if someone would take minutes to this evening, bring volunteers, you'll take minutes. Okay. All in favor? Opposed? All right, thank you very much, Ms. Melissa. I'll kind of let you get situated before I start roll call. By the way, Trevor, I want to thank you so very much for taking your time to come down here this evening and help us with any questions you might have on this. We really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, as you say, Veronica, yeah, she's in your office, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Yes. Have a roll call. Louis Hobbs. Here. Stephanie Beck. Andrew Bearden.
Here.
Melissa Radley.
Here.
Jeff Watson.
Here.
Andy Mullins.
Here.
Dan Church.
Here.
Lonnie Chapman.
Here.
Before we get started on anything here, of course, we're here tonight to try to pass the updated flood map ordinance from FEMA. The way I was going to do this evening was, I don't want to keep Trevor any longer than we have to. He's just strictly here to answer any questions. He wasn't here to address the council. So if you have questions, and he's here, he's available now to answer your questions. So do y'all have any questions? Dan?
Do you want me to come to the podium? What would be best for you all?
Yeah, come up a little closer just so we can hear the podium, or just anywhere you feel comfortable.
Okay.
I noticed you got something there you probably need.
How often are these maps updated?
It really depends. I'll give you a rule of thumb and say probably about every 4 or 5 years, but it depends on FEMA's budget that they get from Congress, and then they take that budget and decide on a yearly basis which areas they're going to try to do updates for. And a lot of things can go into that. You know, how many urban areas are there, if there's indications that some of the older models need updated that has incorrect information, if there's new topography that's been done for that area, like they've flown new LiDAR or done some new contour data for that area and it merits an update. So they look at several different factors, and we try to work with them to say, okay, what should the priorities for this coming year be? And so certain parts of the state get updated each year, but by the time you cycle through all those different parts, it's probably somewhere around a 5-year cycle or so.
Any more questions?
Yeah. Is there any way that you can get a copy of the Saline County to me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And Mayor, will you make sure that's available so I can pick it up at City Hall?
For Saline County?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and the only thing I have is the one side of Pulaski County, and I know we have flood on this area, on this side too, and it's not even referenced over here. This is the Highway 111 line, and it's not, I don't see the streets actually referenced here.
Okay.
Over in this area, it's like covered up, we can't even see the street names or anything like that.
And what we can do for you, Andrea, is we can take that base data and do something of this nature. This doesn't have street labels, but just to give you an idea, we can do a map that has some transparency to it, so you can see everything that's beneath it.
Okay.
So what we do is we just use a GIS program, and we use the original digital data itself that went into the paper
And overlay it?
and overlay it onto whatever map we need.
Okay, well, that would be helpful, most especially if you got somebody interested in moving into the city, but,
Okay,
you
sure.
know. And then do it for Saline County as well?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that something that you can do and coordinate with me to see if we can get that from you?
Yeah, it shouldn't be much trouble at all, and I'll say furthermore, as far as GIS programs go, if someone has an interest in doing it, it's essentially a glorified mapping program. You know, it's got data and different things you can click on and get more information, but this same sort of data we loaded into Google Earth, which is a free program. a lot of stuff we use in our office is more expensive, higher end kind of products. But even with Google Earth, you can do the same sort of thing. So we could actually provide you with the digital file itself, a polygon of what the floodplain is, and you could lay that into, say, Google Earth and be able to zoom in and out, and pan around, and turn streets on and off, that kind of stuff. Well, whatever capabilities Google Earth has in it, you should be able to use for.
Okay.
Now, is there any other questions? And I would like to have just no more questions, sir. Trevor, just hang around for just a moment.
Sure.
Absolutely. We need a motion, and it takes a 2/3 vote on the ordinance that we have. I guess everyone still has their ordinance with them. Stephanie back?
Yes.
Here.
Here. Make a motion to, put the emergency clause into
Well, what we
effect?
need to, first we need to do, by law, we have to have 3 readings. We've had the initial reading, we just need a motion to suspend the other 2 readings.
Motion to suspend the other 2 readings of the ordinance from FEMA.
Okay? have a
I'll
second.
say.
Lonnie or Dan?
It don't matter, you know.
So we have a motion to suspend the last 2 readings of the FEMA ordinance for flood. It takes a 2/3, so it takes 6 of you for passage. So Lewis Hobbs?
Yes.
Jeff Watson?
Yes.
Stephanie Beck?
Yes.
Andy Mullins?
Yes.
Andrew Bearden?
Yes.
Dan Church?
Yes.
Melissa Ratliff?
Yes.
Bonnie Chapman?
Yes.
Motion carried. The last 2 readings have been suspended. Now I need a motion on the ordinance to pass the ordinance, the FEMA flood ordinance. It only takes a majority vote, so.
Make a motion to pass the FEMA ordinance.
Have a motion by Andrew Beard to pass the FEMA ordinance. Have a second. Andy Mullins, have a second. It is now before the council. Is there any further questions? If not, then we'll move on for a vote. Jeff Watson?
Yes.
Andy Mullins?
Yes.
Dan Church?
Yes.
Bonnie Chapman?
Yes.
Lewis Hobbs?
Yes.
Stephanie Beck?
Yes.
Andrew Beard?
Yes.
Melissa Ratliff?
Yes.
Motion carried, unanimous. Now, we have to pass the emergency clause. It also takes a 2/3 vote in order for it to go into effect immediately.
I didn't get it.
We didn't get enough votes.
Well, I thought we did earlier, just a while ago before we voted on this.
What's that?
Pass the emergency clause.
No, we the reading.
Okay.
Now, we passed the ordinance, and now you will decide it needs to go into effect immediately, so the council needs to decide now with this
Make a
vote.
motion to make it go into effect immediately.
Okay. Andrew made a motion to pass the FEMA ordinance with the emergency clause. Pass the emergency clause. Have a second?
Second.
Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, Lorraine. You say. We'll take a vote. Melissa Ratliff?
Yes.
Bonnie Chapman?
Yes.
Dan Church?
Yes.
Andrew Beard?
Yes.
Andy Mullins?
Yes.
Stephanie Beck?
Yes.
Jeff Watson?
Yes.
Lewis Hobbs?
Yes.
Motion carried, passed with the emergency clause. And that is all we had for this evening.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there any public comment first? Any public comment? No public comment.
This will go into effect immediately.
To me, just as soon as we sign it, it'll go into effect. Need a motion to adjourn?
I did that.
Okay. Second?
Second.
Second by Dan Church. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? This meeting adjourned.